Hi, it's Carolyn and Michelle, aka LA Triathlete and Fuel My Run, and we're going off course.
Hello.
Look how gross I look.
You look cute.
I'm
I feel like as a swimmer, you're really good at doing a messy bun.
That's true. I grew up on this shit. It's true.
Dude, messy
Ooh,
buns were the coolest thing for our
that's true.
generation in like junior high.
Oh my God. Yes. And I think like the messy bun after swimming was easy because it was wet, but my hair, as we've talked about, is so silky and falls out of everything. So when I really wanted to like achieve, like this looks good right now, but if I like walked around, it's just gonna slide out. Like it's not gonna stay put. That's how like
I know what you
it's just like
mean.
but like in high school and stuff, I would literally just like tease the fuck out of my hair to give it any kind of texture, and then I'd put it in a messy
How would you
bun,
tease it? Like, would you
like with a
tease the
hairbrush,
roots?
just like fucking the whole head, which is probably really
That was
bad for my
very
hair.
NorCal. Like
Just
the
like,
NorCal girls above
oh yeah,
Chico, like Red Bluff, like certain areas. If you know, you
yeah.
know. They would just
I
like
don't know.
get that like big poof in the front.
Oh yeah, the poo for sure. I would do that
You did the
too.
poof?
And like,
I did a
when
little
was
poof.
I think I would do a
Just
little
like with
poof.
like a little bit of hair, just
Yeah,
like up a
yeah,
little
a
bit with
little
like a clip.
poof. Yes,
Or
I
like
totally did
two
that.
what were they?
Was that high
Bobby
school?
pins, two bobby pins. That was
Yes,
high school.
that was like late high school.
But the messy bun was like junior high. I remember one friend, shout out to Clara, who's not listening to this. She was a swimmer too. Her
Yeah,
messy buns were always on point,
yeah,
and I every time I tried, I would spend hours, maybe not that long, looking in the mirror trying to make it messy, but I could
yeah.
only make it perfectly messy when I wasn't trying and
No,
not even looking.
literally. Like you're like going to bed and you're like, wow, that looks fucking amazing. And like, yeah, I would
Yeah,
tease the
can
shit
never
out of it.
replicate.
I would put like powder in it to make it like have more texture. Like I was doing the most just to get it to stay. And then I don't know if this happened to you, but whenever I wear my hair like on the top of my head for too long, it starts to hurt. Like I have really sensitive
Yeah.
scalp. And so it'd just
Aw,
be
your
like,
sensey scalp.
I have a sensy scalp. And like it would hurt so bad by the end of the day. And I have like baby hairs too. So I had to like
Me
bobby pin
too.
those up and just like,
Oh,
this
bobby pin
is,
the baby hairs on the
yeah.
bottom.
I'm like, this is the most like elaborate, messy, not messy bun because it took longer
Oh,
than just wearing my
100%.
fucking hair down.
Oh my
God
God.
damn.
And there's so many years I was known for like a slick back pony basically
Ugh,
my whole life until I started like
really?
balding a little bit from like probably the slick back pony. And so now I like, I don't know. I used to love wearing my hair top of the head ponytail.
Really
That was my entire
cute.
brand.
That's pretty cute. I
Mm.
think
Can't do it too often though.
I think I don't know if I had ever had a hair brand. I think my hair
Napa
brand now
touch.
is none of my hair. I'd never wear my hair all the way down. Like I've done it in the podcast before just because I'm literally just sitting on the couch
Oh, because you don't
and
like
not
it touching
moving.
you.
I don't like it touching my face. It pisses me off. And then it's just ugh, hair, man. It's annoying. And then I
Hair
shed
man.
everywhere and there's hair everywhere all the
Man,
time.
hair. The men will never understand though.
No, Jordan's like, I don't under like I think we talked about this on the pod. I think my quarterly drain unclogging where
Oh
it's
yeah.
like it,
Quarterly.
slowly
The
builds up
quarterly
and like
snake.
the quarterly snake and then it starts building up and then I have to like
Call the cops.
someone was like, I forget who it was. I was like telling them about that and they're like, you don't make Jordan unclog the drain. I'm like, why? It's my hair.
It's so
Like
satisfying. I actually love
I
it.
kind of like it. It's like gross because there's always like soap and just like other shit. Who knows?
Yeah.
Body,
I
dirt.
don't like the other stuff. Sometimes I'm like, where'd this
Yeah,
come
it doesn't
from?
really
That wasn't
smell.
come
It's
off of me.
yeah, it's just like
More just like
soapy.
satisfying.
It is. It's like and like the most hair, like more hair than that is on my head is coming out of that drain. I'm like, how do I have any
It's
left?
actually incredible. It's
It
incredible. No, I
is.
think about that all the time. Like the amount of hair that comes out of the ponytail. We've definitely talked about this.
We have. Sorry, guys.
Also, I had another liquid IV
Oh my
experience,
God, tell
bad
me.
experience.
Oh,
Like right before we got on the call, I choked. Um,
you choked?
I didn't snort it this time,
Oh, you
for the record.
through the mouth?
Well, no, inhaled. Can you imagine? I'm just like, no, I put it directly in my, oh, I got my new water bottle. I know
Oh,
you got yours
cute.
too.
I did. I
It was
did.
like, did I say this? It was 50% off. It's the
Oh my
brand Hydro
God.
Flask.
That's
Yeah,
a
I know. 40 ounces of heaven. It was like
basically
25 bucks
free.
Canadian.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
I threw the liquid IV in there, like the powder, and I was really thirsty and I have apparently no patience. So I like put on the top and I just like sucked it up and it was
Oh.
pure
Oh.
powder.
Yeah.
So technically, yeah, I did inhale pure powder in a
I've been
way.
there. Yeah.
I was like, it was
It's
like Instant energy from the sugar.
Yeah, but I've been there though. Like after a run, I'm so thirsty, and I pour it in, and it's for me. I do the powder first, and then the
That's
water. I
smart.
pour the water in, but then it's at
That's
the
a
bottom
technique.
of the. I
You
don't put
get
it in my water bottle though. I put it in like a cup with a straw, and then I like put the straw in, but the straw goes right into the bottom where all of the. I haven't even stirred it yet. And then yeah, I'm just
Exactly.
drinking straight. Like
Straight
it's like
crack.
it's not even liquid anymore. It's just IV. It's solid IV.
Yeah, we just straight up
So-
IV. No,
straight
I
up
feel that.
IV.
So I just probably should stay with the noon format of a dissolvable
That
tablet.
takes a long time though. Sometimes you're just like waiting. By the
To be
time
patient.
I've drank all the water, by the time the thing is only half dissolved, it's just like sitting in
Yeah.
the bottom of the cup. Like
There has to
uh,
be a middle ground for us.
it
Ridiculous.
does. I'm like almost packed. By the way, guys,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
how's
this
that
is coming
going?
out next week. We're recording early because I'm going to Mallorca tomorrow. But because like by the time the episode comes out tomorrow, I will be on the plane. But this one coming
Okay.
out next week. It's very confusing. But I had to pack. They're like, yeah, pack nutrition and like
What?
for 3 days of
Oh, while
riding.
you're
I'm
riding.
sure there's
Okay.
gonna be like they'll probably also have like
Nutrition.
support on the ride, but they probably want people to bring their own too, so they're not just like having to give nutrition to everybody. But I have like a literal Ziploc bag of like white powder just in my checked bag. But I'm like, that doesn't look
Yes.
good. But
Yeah, going overseas with some, but I
yeah,
mean, the more open, sometimes do you feel like this, the more open you are with your sketchy items, like
right.
you
I should
feel
just
like
pull it
"Ooh,
out
we
at
can take
TSA and be
this."
like, this is like wave it
Yeah,
in
just
front
like
of everyone.
dangle it. And they're like, this is just where I take your ID. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, right. I know. They're like, can you put that away? I think I did a good
What
job.
is the
So
powder?
it's my like drink mix, the raw and raw fuel. So it's just, I mean, I
Mm.
need it. But if they get rid of it, it's like, I mean, if like
Why'd you take
TSA
it
is
out of
like,
the packet and put it in the baggie?
because the
Is that
container's fucking huge
oh,
and
from a
it's
big
heavy.
container?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that
mean, I
makes
have a
sense.
50-pound weight limit and I'm like definitely not close. I'm actually very impressed. I put so I am doing a check bag because I was like, oh, maybe
Okay,
I'll do
I
it.
was
No,
gonna say
I can't.
50 pounds for a carry-on, which I'm sure I've done before.
Well, I was like, maybe I could do a carry-on. So for the international flights, you can bring like a carry-on and a small personal item that has to fit under the seat, which was like a purse. And I don't know how strict they are because sometimes they're weird about that. Like if you bring a backpack, they're
Mm.
like, hold on. And so I was like, I need a lot of shit. So I'm bringing a check suitcase and then I'm bringing my giant Zoot backpack as my carry-on.
Nice.
And then I have a little duffel bag. I'll put my like laptop in and all my snacks. So they're under the seat and easily accessible.
Your food bag.
Yeah, literally have so much food.
Just in case the airline
Yeah, I
food
think I
sucks,
did.
like we talked about last time. Just kidding.
Obviously, I'm going to report back. But I think I
Obviously.
did a good job. It's like I have exactly enough cycling kits. And then I brought extra
Nice.
like black bibs in case they said they might give us a jersey. And I'm like, well, I don't want to have like crazy fucking printed bibs. And then they give me this jersey and they don't match. And then a pair of white socks just in
Can you
case.
imagine? The content would
Can you
be crazy.
imagine? And then
That would not go with your brand.
no, not at all. So then I have like 2 running outfits that I was like, if I do run like 3 times, I can just repeat one. And then I was like, I don't know the vibe. They're like, yeah, it's super casual. And I'm like, but like,
Oh yeah.
how cute. Like, I don't want to just only have workout clothes. If other people are showing up cute, I'm going to be mad.
Well, you
You know what I
mentioned last
mean?
time maybe bringing like a dress.
So I have 1 pair of jeans because it is kind of cold there. I think I talked about that too. But I have jean shorts, and then a couple like just like 2 cute shirts.
So
And then
did
I
you
have
make the outfits like we talked about, like
yeah,
curate the outfits per
yeah,
day? Okay.
I did.
Oh my
And then I have
God,
one.
so organized.
I know. And then I have a white jean jacket, which it like goes with everything. And I don't like wearing blue jean jackets with blue jeans. That feels like, no offense,
I
a
never
little
know
too
the right time to
Canadian.
do that.
Yeah, it's a very Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian core.
Yeah, you're in Canada, so it's fine for you. But I have a white one, and I was like putting it in the suitcase, and there's like brown shit all over. It's not literally shit. I don't know what it is. It's like something from the washing machine, but there's like stains all over it. I'm like, well, I guess I'm just gonna have a dirty back of a jacket, which is kind of sad.
Wait, the white jacket is dirty?
Yeah, yeah, I don't know what it is.
That's
It's
okay.
like brown smudges all over it. It's poop.
Sometimes, do you ever do this when I'm wearing something that has the stain on it? And I'm
Yeah,
just like, fuck, I really want to wear this. I just pretend like I got the stain that day. So it's
that's what I
like,
was
okay, well,
thinking.
it could have been fresh when I put it
Right.
on. No one
That's why
knows.
I still packed it because I was like, yeah, like, oh,
Is that
maybe
crazy?
something got dirty in the suitcase or something. It's just, I was like, is it like cat poop? Like, did one of the cats like step? Because like Cosmo's been crawling around in there. I'm like, did he have like shit on his paw? And I'm like, it sniffed it and it doesn't smell like anything. So I'm like, it's probably just something from like our shitty washing machines at our apartment complex. So
You
anyway,
smelled it.
yeah, I sniffed it.
You really thought it could be poop.
I thought it could be because he was
Like
walking all over in there. And sometimes these cats, they
you would have
go,
known. You would
he's
have known
got clean
poop is poop.
paws. That's true.
You know when like somebody tracks poop in the house and you're just like,
That's
I can
poop.
instantly tell.
Yeah. I know. I was like, I didn't think it was, and it's not. So, and then I have one pair of cute sneakers, one pair of flip flops,
Love.
and then I'll
Love.
wear my running shoes on the plane. And then I have my wetsuit. I'm going to bring it. It's not that heavy. I was like, it's really not that
The
heavy.
thick daddy.
It's the Thick Daddy. And it probably weighs like a pound. So I'm like, okay.
You said it
And
weighed
fits.
50 pounds last episode. You liar.
I lied. I was exaggerating. No, they're just like kind of thick, but I folded up and
It
we're
fit.
good. Like, I'm like, you know what? The ocean's too beautiful there. And I want to have the option. If I want to swim in the
Yeah,
ocean.
have the option. Like the option to what is it? I feel like most people, you're the complete polar opposite of most people who
Uh-huh.
pack a ton of workout clothes and then don't work out
Don't
at
do it.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
like, if
what
I
would be
don't
the
bring
opposite
it,
for you?
yeah.
Maybe
like,
a ton of like prom dresses or like
right. Or
really
showing up and,
elaborate.
like not bringing any workout clothes and being like, God damn it. I
We're-
wish I had my
yeah,
workout clothes.
This is like a workout trip. I'm sorry, I didn't get the memo. They're like, it's literally Zwift.
Yeah, they're like, it's riding a bike the whole time. So I don't even know, like, I know the schedule, but I'm like, for the ambassadors, I'm like Thursday, because the girl I know from London who's going, by the way, they're both
Yeah.
going now. Remember how they have a joint Instagram account?
Yeah, I just
They're both
figured they're both
coming.
going to the entire time. Why would it just? Can you imagine selecting one person from a joint Instagram?
She was
being like,
invited.
You get the
She-
invite. You don't.
That would suck. That would be rude. No. One of them, they're both invited. One of them couldn't come. And then now she's coming. So now I have two girlies.
Oh my
At
god, you're gonna have
least.
so much fun.
I'm so excited.
BFFs.
But she's like, yeah, on
I'm not gonna
Thursday.
talk to you for like a week. I think.
Well, I can still text.
Okay, that's
I'm gonna
true.
like
Yeah,
set
give me
it
an
up.
update every day.
You know,
A
like,
daily
right.
update.
I will. A voice memo. But yeah, it should be good. And then one of the girls was like, yeah, on Thursday, because like that's kind of the unofficial first day of it, but there's not like a ride that day. And she's like, yeah, the girl from Zwift said that we should have some time like in between meetings to like go run. And I was like, in between meetings? No one said anything about meetings. I don't know. And I was like, girl, are you getting a secret like itinerary?
Are you like
She's
going into an MLM or something? And they're
I know,
just
right?
gonna.
Like, I don't know. And then the girl's like, I was like, did you get like an itinerary? Like, that's different? Because I only have the main one that everyone got. And she's like, no, but like when I talked to him on the phone for something else the other week, and I was like, wish they'd sent that out. Because you know me, I like to prepare mentally for things. I'm like, I want to know.
But like, I feel like the word meetings is misleading. Like, I feel like it's more of a, what do you call it? A
Powwow?
gathering? No, just like a like when someone just gives a speech, or like it's probably there's some
I think it
athletes like
is.
talking about nutrition, talking about like doing a yoga, a little seminar.
No, you're totally right.
situation.
That's probably what it is. But like that would be on the main itinerary. Not, I don't know.
If you don't get a photo doing yoga or stretching on a yoga mat, then did you go on a brand trip?
You're so right. I'll be like, everyone will be so not flexible because it's cycling. Like
Wait, that's
everyone's
a
just like doing
hilarious
the
content
worst.
piece. When you know it's a
Wait.
cycle.
Can I tell you? Okay, actually, I don't know if you'll find this as funny as I do because you don't have Zwift, but there's like this
Let's hear
theme
it.
song. Like it's like a very iconic. Like everyone knows the Zwift theme song, and it's a fucking banger. I should play it for you. And I
Wait,
was
did
like,
you do a content piece on content
I think-
piece? Hello, who am I?
did.
You like dancing to it? I think I remember that.
Yeah.
let's hear
So okay, I'll play it. Swift.
You look like my
Zwift.
sister right now. It's like kind of tripping me out.
Really? Is it the
Yeah,
hair?
well, she's blonde with blue eyes, so
Oh my god, I have green eyes, the rarest color.
sorry.
Ever
Yeah, that's
heard
what
of
dog
it?
tells me too. Every single person with green eyes will let you know it's the rarest color.
Oh, I know. 2% of the world's population.
All right,
So,
let's hear it.
okay. We're gonna get like a copyright.
We start
So it
like
would never. So it's a banger.
wait, do we write like a song to it?
Oh my god, maybe. Keep that in the back of your
Anyway.
head. You
All
have,
right, I
have
will.
to write it because you're better at that than me. But I was
To get my
thinking of-
long-term memory.
right. Put it in. Lock it in.
Got
Funny
it.
real idea would be sitting on the plane. Just like a video of me sitting on the plane, and it's just like me listening to this banger. Wait, what's the like
Yeah,
raw dog the
yeah.
flight thing? It's like me on my way to Zwift Community Live, and it's like no movies, no food, just the Zwift theme song. Right? It's funny, right?
No,
was like,
you should
that's
be,
so-
yeah, raw dogging the flight, just listening to the Swift theme song, and you just
Over
have to
and
have
over
your
and
head
over.
going like this, like just like
Yeah,
a
like eyes
you know,
closed,
a
like-
slight nod. You have to get the person next to you, just be like, or like different angles, like the
Yeah.
front, the
I have to do
side,
it like secretly though, because I'm like
the
embarrassed
other
to film
side.
myself
It's
on the
super
plane.
fucking funny though. You have to do that.
I'm
Oh,
gonna do
I'm
it.
excited to see it.
It'll be posted by the time this comes out.
Raw dogging the flight with the
Just
Zwift
bam, bam, bam,
theme
bam,
song.
bam, bam. But I'm like, I have to post other content before because I'm like, I don't know. A lot of people don't even know I'm going because I've like posted stories about it and stuff, but like I haven't like I don't know. There's a bunch of people still that are like, you're going to Spain. I'm like, yeah. Do you not watch my stories? Just kidding.
Dude, I I
I
always
don't see a lot of
think
stories.
I know, right? I'm always kind of like, oh, well, you know that. I posted up my stories once randomly at the worst time
Yeah,
ever, and
yeah,
like no one ever saw it. I'm
right,
just,
exactly.
but I always assume people like that's no one knows what's going on with my life because the only life updates I put are on my stories occasionally,
Yeah,
randomly. And then
yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I live in Canada. They're like, since
What?
when?
Yeah, and you're like
Since when?
for
I'll check
a
live in
year.
Canada quotes. I know. They're like,
Yeah,
huh?
you're
So
like
I feel yeah.
yeah. I get it too because like I just don't see. There's even people I'm like close with. Sometimes their stories don't show up in the front of my stories thing, and I'm like, excuse me,
Same.
which is annoying. But I was gonna post like a. I have two reels in. One was like a pack with me, which I'm like editing, and I'm like, no one's gonna watch.
Is it
I think it's
aesthetic?
entertaining. Not really, kind
Are you
of.
gonna go
I'm like,
like fast cuts?
yeah, like yeah, like fast cuts, and then it's like kind of aesthetic, but not really. And it's like probably like I enjoyed filming it, but I'm like everyone's gonna think this is so boring and not care. But we'll
No.
see. We'll see.
I think, are you kidding? Okay, we talk about this all the time. The most boring content people fucking
That's
love.
true. But it's just like me packing
It
for this
doesn't make
event
any
that no one
sense.
else is going. You know, it's like not even packing for a race. I'm just like
It's cool
packing.
though.
That's true. All right, fine. I'll post it.
You're an influencer. You can do that.
I'm an influencer. I can do that. Yeah. This whole week is just gonna
People want
be
to know what's going on with
Zwift.
you. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's a very wow, Zwift coded week.
Mm-hmm. Very Zwift coded week. I'm excited. So anyway, yeah, that's the tea. Can't forget my passport.
Don't forget the
My bag.
passport.
That would be
Oh
so
my
bad.
God. It's so crazy, the concept of a passport.
Isn't it?
Like, in an ID, it's like, okay, what if you lose it when you're in another country?
I that happens, and I don't know what you're supposed
And
to
it
do.
happens. You go to the
Like
what do
embassy.
you call it? You go to the embassy and it's like a whole thing. I remember when I was in France with Dov and to get back, it's just so crazy being not from the United States and like
Yeah.
learning just like how we like to get back to the US even though he had a work permit, he had to go to the embassy of France because they had to like check something off to
Oh my
allow him to come back
God.
to the US. Yeah. And so we had to go all the way to Paris. It was terrible. We had to go to Paris and like
Yeah. Ugh.
eat croissants and drink wine. But yeah, it was just like this whole thing. And I don't know, being American, we have a lot of perks that other people
Yeah.
don't.
That's true. That's true.
Like going over the border to Canada, Dom's like, just act normal.
Come on, everyone's nice in Canada. And the Seychelles
Sorry.
for the honeymoon, I almost like wasn't let in because so the Price is Right bought the flights. So
Yeah.
yeah, so the Price is Right trip I won was only to the Seychelles. That was it. So that
Oh
included the
yeah.
flight and the hotel, right? But I could make the flight anytime I wanted. So I could extend my flight, but I only had like the 7 nights or whatever in that hotel at one time. So we flew to the Seychelles first, and then once we got there, we had to book our own travel to Tanzania, right?
Hmm.
So we got to the Seychelles. We had like a day and a half there. We like paid for our own hotel there for that first like couple days, hung out. Then we went to Tanzania and came back. And then when we came back, so you had to fill out this like travel authorization form, and which is like a visa thing. But I was like, oh, I'll just fill out one for that whole period. But it was like asking where you're staying and all these specific questions. And I was like, well, technically I'm not staying there the whole time because I'm leaving to go to Tanzania for a week. So I just was like, I'll just do two of them.
You're like,
So I
how
did
do I
like,
fill out the form? I'm confused.
I know. So I did, I was like, I'll do two forms because I'm a rule follower. And so for Jordan and I did like our first 2 days and then the
Oh,
next
we know
like
you're a rule
chunk.
follower. We
Yeah.
know.
Right. Especially in another country. They were so mad when I came back in and it was like so late at night. I was so tired. And then we had like an 8-hour layover in this little Seychelles airport to take this tiny little fucking prop plane for 10 minutes to the next island. But anyway, we got there and they're like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, this is weird. Why do you have two? And they're like really questioning me. And I was like, I don't know how to explain the Price is Right. And like this whole situation, I didn't
Yeah.
have to.
You're like, so I went to this one game show.
Yeah. Ever heard of it?
Got on
The
it,
Price is Right?
spin the wheel, double showcase.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh my God, yes. Big fans
They're
of the
like,
Price
oh,
is
I
Right.
remember you.
Yeah,
Hawaiian
they're like,
shirt.
the banana shirt? Yeah.
Banana shirt.
Yeah. They were like, wow,
Was it a
okay,
banana
come right in.
Hawaiian shirt?
It was a banana Hawaiian shirt. And they're like, come
LOL.
right in. But yeah, it was like very stressful. And I was like, in the US, I feel like they'd just be like, yeah, it's fine. Just come in. I don't care. You know?
Yeah, it's true. Traveling's weird.
Traveling is weird. Yeah.
Dude, my back hurts.
From
Maybe
what?
because I'm sitting like this. Everyone's like,
Probably.
why do you sit like that? I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just trying to exist. From falling down the cliff. Okay, it wasn't a cliff.
Yeah.
It's like not a big deal. We could just briefly go over it, but I
I think it's
posted on
fine.
Instagram my Uber Eats and I sent Carolyn the photo. They like said they're like it's delivered, and I'm like, okay, where? And it was like on top
Bet.
of a trash can. Yeah, pet on top of a trash can, and it ended up being at the old folks' house.
They don't know how to use Uber Eats over there.
I'm just like, really? It wasn't like
Yeah.
it was so bizarre. So, and it's raining. It's shout out to last episode, sleeting. Now that we know what that
Oh,
is.
correct.
Well, now that you told me what that was and like
Yes.
how it
Yes.
happens. And I got the Uber Eats. It was on top of this little hill. I honestly
Mhm.
don't know how the driver dropped it off there. And by hill, I mean it was like 6 feet elevated. It really wasn't that
Was
high.
it like a concrete hill or
If
a
even.
grass hill?
Grass hill.
So there must be like a
Like a
parking
mole
lot.
hill. I don't know
Like
what a
the
molehill is.
Uber Eats driver probably parked in that parking lot, right?
Yeah, but yeah,
Or
that's
did he
actually
scale the
probably it.
hill?
But he had to go all the way around and then he had to walk on this entire area and then it was a really random spot.
Yeah,
Like he had to
that's
like go all the way around,
he
walk a
did that on
while,
purpose.
put it on the
Yeah.
trash can. Yeah, he was fucking with me. I'm like, bruh, we tipped you. I don't know why. And I just biffed it. Like I walked down the hill trying to be responsible in my clogs while it's sleeting, and I just fucking fell, face
Forward?
planted, forward,
Down the hill?
down the mole. What's a
How'd you fall?
molehill?
How did you fall forward? Going down a hill.
Because I was going down the hill and my clogs had no grip, and I just
And then how'd you lay it? Like on your hands? You said the bagel went flying. No. Yeah, you
the
spilled your
bag
coffee.
went down, but there's a coffee in it, so it like soaked the bagel. The bag, the bottom is like all wet. So I just like it just kind of was like a collapse, kind of like a.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was like, hee hee, that was kind of funny, even though it was like super dramatic and like
Yeah.
I'm dirty, I'm soaked. And then I got home and I was like, oh no, my back hurts.
Oh no.
Which is like the worst kind of injury, which I feel like
Right.
I could make a reel out of that, but
You
also I
definitely
don't.
could.
I feel like I feel bad for the people with the running injuries because I know how much that sucks. But
Yeah.
like the running injuries I get during training is like falling down a fucking hill after getting my Uber Eats or like
Yeah.
hitting my knee on the coffee table a little bit too hard.
Right. Been there. Stubbing
Do
your
you ever just
toe.
like do stupid injuries?
Oh, yeah.
Right when you don't need to?
Wait, I have a really embarrassing one. Wait, this is a funny
Ooh.
story.
Oh my God.
Okay. This is like all me. Like this wasn't even an accident. I'm just a fucking idiot. So last year, right before, literally probably this week last year, like almost to the fucking day. Because Oceanside is next weekend. This weekend. Oceanside's this weekend. So
Oh my
I
God,
filmed
it's
this
this
reel.
weekend?
Yeah, well, I'll be gone because I'll be in Spain.
Yeah.
But it's this fucking weekend. And so this week last year, I saw someone else film this really sick reel where they're like in their regular clothes and then they're like, it's like the side profile of them and it was a song, I can't remember a song, and they like kick their shoe up over their head, catch it behind their back. So,
Oh yes. Did
okay.
you do that?
I did. So I saw her do it and I was like, that's fucking sick. I need to do it in my race
Cool
kit.
transition.
Yeah, it was a sick transition. It was so fucking hard to film. I had to do it like 200 times because you have to get like the angle right. You have to get the shoe high enough so it's going to go over your head. So the person below me was probably like, why? What is that banging? It's just the shoe landing every time. But I did it so many times that my hip flexor hurt so bad because you're kicking up so high over and over and over.
Hilarious.
And I was freaking out because I was like texting my PT and I'm like, I think I like
You
literally
texted your
injured.
PT?
Yeah, I was like, I thought I injured it. It hurt so bad. And it actually still hurt during the race, but it was like fine. It was just sore. But I was like, what a fucking idiot I am.
I can't believe you didn't tell me that.
I know. It's actually a really funny
You told
story.
me
I forgot about that.
everything.
I know. That's a funny story. And then I feel like I did something really dumb before the marathon, but now I can't remember.
Try to
what it
remember.
was.
I remember once I was doing a video where it was like a head banging
Yeah.
and I banged a little bit too hard and kind of
Oh.
hurt my neck.
Oh yeah.
Which is like actually head banging is dangerous. Like you
It
need to
is.
like flex your core. You need to like
It really.
prepare.
I've
You need to,
headbanged
like,
before.
get your body into it.
Yeah.
Head where?
Head bung. I don't know.
At, like,
It was
a show?
Was it for a video? No, it was for like a video too. And I like, yeah, you do it like 2 times and your neck's like sore for a week.
I did a
What?
couple times that like I used to go to like some screamo shows
Mhm.
and there's like, mosh pits.
Oh, really?
But I felt a
I don't
little
see this for you. In your little sweater, like
yeah, my
your cute
no, I
little.
used to like post-hardcore screamo. Fun
Oh my
fact.
God.
Did
That is a
you?
fun fact. No.
Oh yeah, I would love to go to like Seosin and Chiodos and be like,
Who is she?
yeah.
That should have been in the
They're
fun
like boy
fact episode.
groups.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I didn't even think of that. To me, everyone had that phase.
I
We just
never
live in different
had.
areas.
That's true. Ours phase like that was not similar, but similar was like everyone in like seventh grade would listen to like Cab for Cutie and like Fallout Boy, and then they get a little emo. But I
Did
didn't
you
do
ever
that.
remember Ohio is for Lovers, that one
Yes.
song?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, that's
Right.
Ohio core for you. I need to
And
stop
they'd all
saying
wear
core.
like checkered Vans and like their hair, like their bangs, like all of
Did you do
them.
that?
No, I never even listened. I hated all those bands. I thought they were whiny,
You
and I
thought
still
they
don't really
were
like
yeah,
them.
they were whiny.
They
Oh my
were
God.
whiny. Jordan was also very into them. He wasn't like a cool like emo kid though. He was just like,
Cool
Jordan.
emo kid. I
He's
feel like
just like
that's
a
an
blonde Jordan.
oxymoron.
Yeah. It was cool though. I feel like that was like the cool thing to do. Also, this one girl that I swam with who I was like best friends with when we were younger, we'd like go to each other's houses all the time. I won't say her name. She's never gonna listen to this. Um, I don't know what she's up to, but we would have sleepovers and all this stuff. And then she got really into that emo music in like seventh grade. And then she quit swimming in high school. And so
To
still thought we
pursue
could be
an emo
friends.
passion.
I think she just didn't like it, but also to pursue emo passion. And she like just like unfriended everyone on Facebook. And then I was like, wow, bad taste in my mouth for emo music. Because like we were best friends and then she stopped being friends with us for no reason. That was
Wait,
it. That was the
oh,
whole
that's where
story.
the story ends? I thought something
That's
came
it.
from that.
No, that's it. Yeah. She unfriended us on Facebook and I was like, what the fuck?
Okay,
Any other updates?
yeah. What other life updates do we have actually? I had a really good 20-mile run, my
Oh
last
my
like
gosh,
longer run
yes.
leading to Boston. But
The Friday
you know where I
run.
kind of messed up this training?
Where?
I didn't do enough hills at all whatsoever.
Oh yeah, Boston's hilly, right?
It's pretty
Is
hilly
it?
and like
Oh, okay.
there's not a lot of like hills around me that I can work
Yeah.
with. I think I'm going to do some hill repeats. There's a little like overpass, and so I'm just gonna be that bitch like doing the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
back and forth.
I feel
It's
like
always funny
that's
seeing a runner do hill repeats.
yeah. I was gonna say, like, I feel like that's so standard in Florida too, where it's so flat and people will be like, yeah, the only
Yeah,
hill repeats I could do on a bridge. I'm
they're
like,
all
well,
at that one bridge.
they're all on that one bridge. Can't relate because it's hilly as
Oh
fuck
yeah, you
here.
got all the hills. I'm
I
jealous of
do.
that.
I live on a huge hill, and I mean, I'm like, when I'm doing hill repeats, I'm like, take your pick. Which grade do I want to do? I hate hill repeats, though. My coach hasn't given me them. And actually, I should look. He might have
I
snuck
like
one
them, but I
in.
hate them. They're so satisfying, you
They,
know?
yeah, that's
And you
true.
get you count them out, and you're just like, ooh, I don't know.
Oh,
Actually, a bad hill repeat workout sucks, but a good one feels good,
he gave
which is
me.
like, duh.
I have a fartlek tomorrow. Okay, never mind. I was like, I can do a swim and a run before my flight. I always do this, and then I'm like, now I'm gonna be really stressed out because I'm gonna have to fit all this stuff in before I leave, which I don't have to leave for the airport till like 10. But I'm still like, I have to wake up early to
And
get all that in. Yeah,
it will be satisfying though
I
to
know
get
you're
it done
right.
and then just sit on a plane and then just get a ton of content that you can edit on the plane. You know what I mean?
I was thinking because I've got that pack with me video, and it's like gonna require a lot of editing. But I'm like, I want to post it before I leave. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, hill
You can
repeats.
post it when you get to the East Coast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my
When
god,
you
you're right.
refuel or whatever the hell you do with a plane. My like best workout to know if I'm in shape for the marathon is to do 8 to 10 miles at race pace. And it was like a unicorn run. It was one
I
of those
love
runs
that.
where it was like, oh wow, it felt really good. I love the
Yeah.
New Balance fuel cell, carbon shoes, so good. But that I mean, then again, the course wasn't super hilly. So
Yeah. Well, I don't
we'll
know.
see.
We always
I'm
talk about
down to
that too, though.
die.
You like feel a certain way during training runs, and then you get to the race, and it's like you can do
You never
it. You
know.
know what I mean? That's how I felt like for all my runs. I was like, I suck. I hate running. I'm so bad. And then I got to the LA Marathon, and I actually did really well. And I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
guess I can hold this pace.
Yeah,
So
it's really
I think it'll be
weird. You
fine.
never
It
know
is
how race
weird.
day is going to go, especially at Boston too. I feel like there's going to be so many. I mean, the fact that I'm in the third corral
What time do you
and
start?
it's like I think like 10:15.
So weird. Okay. That's so
I know,
weird.
so weird. But I'm like, that's what I've been doing my long run. So I'm like actually ready for
Okay, yeah, that's true. You're good.
It's like
You're
perfect.
prepared.
But I feel like there's just going to be so many runners that are in shape and ready to
Yeah.
go, like more so than ever, you
Oh
know?
yeah.
Well, usually when you line up, it's like you might be with those people for a while, but then
Yeah.
obviously there's shape shifting. But I feel like with Boston, you're kind of just like grouped with your people and it's like a
Right.
few miles of being really close, which will be good to keep like the energy up and stuff. But
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
I'm a little scared.
do you have a goal? Do you want to say it? You don't have to say it.
I think actually I'll say it. It's kind of weird because ever since I stopped caring, I've
Hmm.
gotten a lot faster,
That's good. I like that. I hope that
which
happens to me
doesn't make
one day.
sense.
Yeah. I'll stop caring
I
soon.
mean, I had a problem. I stopped wearing, everyone's gonna be like, it's still weird for this, but I stopped wearing my Garmin every
Oh,
day.
right.
I stopped like being obsessive about certain stats. Don't get me wrong, I'm still obsessed with like looking at my
Right.
splits, like the reel I posted today making fun of how like
Oh
you
my God,
can
I haven't
just
even
stare
seen
at your
it.
mid split. Oh, it's so
Oh my
funny.
God,
It's
these
or it's
days
not funny. It's just so
it's
like
probably
you
funny.
just,
Don't worry.
you just stare at you know how you're just like looking at your phone at what app do you use to look at your splits again? Or like your
I
stats?
usually just do it in Garmin or Strava.
Okay. You know when you just like pull it up and you're just like looking
Oh,
at it and you're just kind of
oh
like
yeah.
smiling, admiring it.
Like 50 times a day.
Yeah. At dinner sometimes I'll like re-pull it up. Dom's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
Nothing.
Just like looking at like super mid splits. Um, but oh yeah, goal time. So not caring and just I think training too, this is all
Hmm.
leading up to what I'm gonna say, but training in the winter has I think made me a little bit more resilient
Oh God,
and
yeah.
like hard
Jesus.
conditions and I just
Yeah.
complained about it, but you still have to do it. And so I
No, you
think
did
like
it.
but I didn't even do that much speed.
Welcome.
Thank
I think that's
you.
worse than running in the heat for sure.
I
Plus, I feel
like running
like
in the heat.
yeah, running in the heat, I kind of like it too. And then it's just like, yeah, it gets you acclimated to the
We're
heat, but it's
sick.
like I don't know, running in the heat's not. It's hard like because you're hot, but it's like running in the snow is like hard physically because you're trying not to fucking die, like fall and die. So
Yeah.
anyway,
It's like a
yes,
full body
it
workout. Like the
is. It
core,
is.
you're like, I don't know, it's weird. And I haven't been doing that much speed other than the last like month or so. I started kind of incorporating it
Yeah.
more. And I'm just like, oh wow, these paces that I don't typically run are really clicking. And
Mhm.
so I don't want to say I can PR at Boston because I think that's absolutely insane.
What's your
And I
PR
think like,
again?
oh God,
320.
320, 322.
Okay,
I don't
sub
think I could do that,
320.
but I want like a non-downhill PR. I would love a
Right,
sub 325. I think
sub
I
320.
could. Oh my God, can you imagine?
You
That'd be
got this.
crazy.
I
That
don't even know
something
what that
like
pace is.
happened to me. It's like something I'm like really locked into my music if that happens.
That's
But
you never know.
I don't know, we'll see. A sub 325 would be really, really fun just based on my current
And
fitness.
that's Boston,
But
right?
and it's
So
Boston. I'm down to the sub I think internally I would be really happy to get a sub 330.
yeah.
Even a sub 320, no, sub 334 would be
Hmm.
great. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't
We'll see.
know. But yeah, if I could, oh my gosh, sub 325 would be so sick. I'd be stoked.
I think you can do it. I feel like the energy there is it's Boston, you know? I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be good.
But I'm going for the experience.
Yeah, it's for the
He's doing
experience, guys. She
quotes.
doesn't have a goal. Shut the fuck up, okay? Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Don't even
Why would
look.
I have a goal? It's Boston. I'm just having fun. But the thing is, like, I'm down to like I'm saying, I'm down to die. I'm down to hit a
Down to
wall
clown.
on
Yeah.
heartbreak. I'm down to have a heartbreak on the heartbreak hill.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
down
That's
to just,
yes.
experience it
Exactly.
fully. If I burn out, I burn out. Like, whatever.
No, I
I'll
get
walk the
it.
last 10K. Just kidding. I don't want to,
No, you
but
won't. You'll be
I
fine.
would.
I think if I ever qualify for Boston and go, I feel like I'd be down to clown too. Because again, it is about the like the experience would be so cool. I would just be like fucking around, and then I'd be like, oh, I have
Yeah.
to race now.
Eating some
Ugh.
Mortons,
Eating some
which,
Mortons
like,
just
I'm
for
getting used to them
lunch.
now.
Good.
I'm down.
You're gonna be poor soon. You have to buy,
Yeah.
spend so much money on them.
I have an expensive taste. Like, all of a sudden, I start buying luxury handbags and just like
Yeah.
my life just, I don't know. I'm manifesting that rich life. Yeah.
New pair of carbon plated shoes every other week because you put the
Dude,
miles on them.
I can't, like, it's just, it adds up. Oh, wait. I
Oh
forget if we
wait.
talked about this on the podcast. The Hokas that you got for
Oh my God.
free, or the Hokas
You
that you got
literally just
sent.
remind I had like a
Did you ever
brain
get a
blast
pair that fit you?
when you said that. You're like, when I was like carbon plated shoes, I literally was like, oh fuck, I need to email her back. Brain blast. No, so I got sent the
Brain blast.
Cielo X1, 2, the second one, the new ones. Um, which is just
The
the newer
new
version,
ones
the newer ones that
of
I wore at
the
the marathon.
sky in Spanish. Actually,
The
how do you
sky.
say it?
I think it's
Cilio?
Cielo or
Cielo? Cielo?
Cielo.
I say it wrong every single time
I don't.
because I
Yeah, I say
swear I'm like
Celio.
borderline dyslexic.
I
Okay,
just say whatever.
Cilio.
I don't.
I'll say
So
whatever you say.
she sent, and I was like, I'm a woman's, because it's unisex, but I'm like, I'm a woman's 9.5. And she sent me a men's 9.5. And so she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll get you that return label sometime like soon. And then you can just like exchange them. And then she never said anything ever again. And I leave tomorrow. So nothing's happened until I get
Wait,
back.
okay, now I totally know what you mean because when I tried those on, they were ginormous,
Yeah.
like
So
huge.
I have the box somewhere, but I think it's
Like I
like,
almost need a six or something. I don't
I
know.
think that the main
Did I erase in
size on the
sevens?
shoe is the men's. So it looks like when you get them, you're like, oh, it looks right, a 9.5. But then you look further and it says W,
You look
like
further.
10.5. So it's
Ooh.
which is way too big. I have tiny little feet. So um also the Rose Bowl half I keep forgetting
Oh yeah.
about, which is
Wait,
in,
when's that?
well, that was the one that was in January and then obviously got canceled because of the fires. And then they moved it to April 27th.
Oh,
I think. Let me look at my calendar. Yes, so it's April 27th, which is, and it's 2 weeks before St. George, which like I think I'm gonna get in. I need to like email them and be like, I don't know if I'm allowed to
chicken.
ask, but I'll be like, can I move up on the wait list, guy? Or have I moved up?
Like whatever you have to do.
They're gonna be like, we're only like telling people at one, all at one time. So because I'm like, I don't know if I'm still ninth or if I've moved up because people might have
I feel
dropped
like
out
they
by
should
now.
give you weekly
I
updates.
know, so I need to email them. But
Like no movement or whatever. Okay, so after the marathon, I think I have a plan.
tell me, what's your
Because you know how I was like,
plan?
I need to like mix it up.
Yeah.
I think I want to this is me just I want to do this because I had really fast, quote unquote fast for me, race times when I first started running,
Hmm.
and then it just went downhill. And now I think I will be satisfied as a human when I PR again in the half, 10K, and 5K.
Okay. That's your goal.
And I think that's my
I love
goal
that.
after Boston. I
Love
might do a
that.
marathon in December, but I really want to PR a half. Like you
What's your
inspired me after your incredible
Oh, that's
one.
amazing. I won't lie. I felt great. That was a big one too. What was like 3 minutes? What's
Yep,
your
it's
PR?
fucking fast. In what, the half?
Hmm.
A 1:36:10
Oh my God, you've got
at
this.
Long Beach, actually.
Because
So I feel
I
you.
went from a 1:37 to a 1:34, but your marathon is like way faster than mine. So I feel
Yeah,
like you
but
could go sub 1:30.
no. Oh, yeah, right. I never run in the sixes. Like
Oh, same.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to practice to like get comfortable with lower sevens,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. But it's like hard to get used to because those pieces are fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. That's how, I don't know. That was kind of my, the Long Beach half was kind of like, it clicked for me. That was
Yeah.
like my click
Yeah.
race because I was like doing speed workouts and all this stuff, and like my speed like fastest speeds would just be like high sixes, and I was like, there's no way I can hold close to that for 13, and I was like
70.
low sevens,
What is that?
like
Like 7:05,
707.
70. Okay,
Yeah,
70.
I was like, that's fucking
Still
crazy. So I'm
fast.
like, I think maybe I think we tend to doubt ourselves, right? And it's like, I'm like, maybe I should try harder in my speed workouts. Sometimes though, I'm like running so fast in my speed workouts that I'm like, my heart is going to explode if I try to run any faster than this. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't, but like, who knows?
Oh, also too with training, I stopped, and everyone's gonna be like, there's benefits to this. I stopped training for heart rate,
Oh
and
my God, people are
oh
gonna
wait, have we
hate
talked
you.
about
I'm
this?
just kidding.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know
think
people
so.
fucking hate
You're
that.
gonna get
I
canceled.
think I talked about that. I forget, and I think I've referenced a client who also was having an issue because like
Mhm.
she'd be like, well, I can't do that because my
Yeah,
range is this. It's like very like puts you in a box, and I
it
feel like
does.
it's like, go at zone two, which I think is really important to understand, like what pace range your body is
Yeah,
like going to be at a comfortable or lower heart rate or whatever. But
yeah,
if you're going just going on perceived effort, I think really helped me a lot, if that makes sense.
Yes, that does make a lot of sense.
Or just forcing myself to go faster. Like, because sometimes I'm like in a high, like zone 3 or zone 4, and I'm just like, oh, but I know I can go faster. And I
Yeah,
don't challenge myself to go faster because I see the heart rate, but I'm like, but I just know my body can. You know
right.
what I mean?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't actually, my coach doesn't really, I don't really do heart rate stuff. I do all of my run workouts are paces. He'll just give me like a
Mm,
pace. And then like my bike
yeah.
workouts are all power, percentage of your power thing, or like, yeah, like running, which you're right. I think that is really like, and sometimes he'll give me like a threshold.
Hmm.
Still don't know what that is. It has to do with heart rate though. I'm like, don't know what that is, but
Low sevens.
yeah, like low sevens, but I kind of have to adjust it too if I'm trying to do threshold, because it's like if I'm running up the hill at the Rose Bowl, yeah, I'm like my heart rate's going to be
Mm-hmm.
way higher, and then it's a whole thing. But it is, I think my heart rate's just like naturally super high all the time. Well, resting it's fine, but like I can get up to like 205. That's crazy. And so like
I wonder,
I don't
like,
know.
how is that possible? Isn't it supposed to
I
be
don't know.
220 minus your
Yeah,
age?
that's what they say, but I
It always
hit over
confuses
200
me.
like regularly, and like that's people are like, I mean, I guess
No,
that's a
I
good
get
thing.
I used to do that. I don't, and
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, is my Garmin accurate? Because it's saying like my max now is like 186. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
or I don't know, maybe I haven't done enough. Again, I don't wear it all day long, so it's
Oh
probably
yeah.
not very
And you
accurate.
don't wear the strap, do you?
And I don't wear the strap.
Yeah, it's a little more accurate. I think it's supposed to be pretty close though. Honestly, I like
I'm
prefer
always
not wearing
intrigued
one.
by that.
Yeah.
I should probably start wearing
You
one
should.
because
It's
like I like looking
interesting.
at the analysis because it's like I go based on like okay my perceived effort was this and then I look at my
Mhm.
heart rate zones and I'm like oh like maybe it's because I drank alcohol last night
Oh
it's like
yeah.
elevated a little bit or like maybe I like I don't know I'm like extra tired or some days
Yeah.
that's like really low and I'm like oh that's interesting or
Yeah.
and then I can kind of see my progress when I'm doing a lot of more speed workouts and my heart
Yeah.
rate's a little bit lower. I'm like, oh, maybe it's becoming a little bit easier. I don't know. Anyway, I'm
There you go.
excited. PRing a half marathon, I think, is the scariest thing for me to say out loud because I just haven't really. I mean, I did a 137 and I did a 130. Actually, did I? 137 and a 139 like at a couple races after my PR,
Mhm.
but I just never got a 136 again. I would love to
Yeah.
break a
You
136.
can.
I'm
You
done. I'm
definitely can.
retiring when that happens,
Yeah. No, I
actually.
get it. I get it. I'm
What's your retirement goal?
130, which is so fucking fast, but I'm like, I think I
I
can do
love
it.
that.
Maybe
I
in
think
like
you could
5
too.
years. Just keep chipping away.
And also, too, with running, don't you feel like the older you get, the more it kind of clicks?
Yes. Okay. That's a thing
It's
because you
weird.
see these women who
In
are
their
winning like
30s.
yeah, like the winning the marathons and like all these triathlete like pro triathlete women who are winning the races. They're I mean not all of them, but most of them are at least 33. They're like all like 33
Yeah.
to like 37. I'm like I'm only 31, guys.
Especially
I'm still
triathletes,
waiting.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You
waiting. I'm
young.
like every day I wake up and I'm like is this the day? I'm going to hit my peak.
Yeah.
Could be any
It's
time.
so
I'm like
weird. You wouldn't
waiting.
think that with running. It's kind of like,
I
I
know
don't
because you
know.
think
Like
your
obviously in
joints
high school and stuff, you're like really fast. And
yeah,
like
and you're
in college, you're
spry.
really fast.
Yeah.
You're super spry.
So
Hella
spry.
spry.
I
So
I
spry.
wonder if it's the same like if you like for these triathletes, I mean probably a lot of them ran in like high school or what have you, but like the people who are like good like track and field athletes or whatever in their third like are they faster now in their 30s or were they faster when they were like a D1 college athlete? You know what I mean?
Oh, interesting. I feel like
The-
if you go pro, you get
You
faster.
get
And if you
faster.
don't, you get
Yeah.
slower.
See, that's the advantage because sometimes I'm like mad at
I
myself or
hate
whatever
running.
because I'm like I only swam. I never did a sport with running ever. Literally never. And so I feel like I still don't
So
really know
interesting.
I don't know like proper run. Like I feel like I watch myself run in videos and I'm like that looks a little wacky. And like so it's like I feel
Says
like I
the pro
never
triathlete.
right. It does look
You
I'm
look
like am I
good.
limping?
You look
Like I
good.
don't know. I'm like all stiff and like I have one foot that like swings out kind of weird and I think it's just cuz my ankles are so tight, but
That's the Ironman athlete run form. Like
probably
runners are Ironman athletes. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's
But I'm
mostly
like
the men that are just kind of like
they do run kind of weird. I feel like I don't run like
women,
too
maybe
weird, but
not as much.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
I'm
look
like,
great. You look great.
thank you. It's just fun though, like not having come from a running background because there's so much room to improve. So that's why I'm glad. Because like
Yes.
swimming, I'm like, I'm never gonna get faster at swimming than I was ever. I would have to
Totally.
swim so fucking much. And like, why would it matter? You know, I'm like good enough to be where I am at in like in the triathlon world. And then like cycling is kind of the same as running. Like I don't know.
Oh, it only get better.
But there's not like cycling
Wait, that's
race.
so
You know, there's not like
exciting.
cycling races where like, you know, running you have like marathons, half marathons to like meet that time goal. Cycling's not really the same. But I guess during like half Ironman, I don't know.
How about
Anyway,
like century rides? Do you ever like do
I
what are
should
those like? Are there
like
some where you can like go for time? Are there
probably
like or
like
is it more
road
just like enjoy the
races.
experience? Yeah.
They're more to enjoy the experience. I mean, I guess people, I don't know. I feel like I just don't have like set cycling goals. It's just like I just like riding my bike. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, and hey, that's kind of fun.
it
They're
is
able to
fun.
like enjoy that side of it, you know?
Right,
And with running,
exactly.
I'm so freaking excited for you with running because you are so just like I can tell you're so naturally fast
Oh my God,
and you
thank
have like
you.
the
Oh
body
my God,
for it. You have the
stop.
legs.
Got the giant fucking quads. They're probably
You have
slowing me
the
down.
power. Actually, no, you don't have the power. We talked about this. Genetically
Oh
speaking,
yeah, I don't
you
have
don't
the
have the
sprint
power.
power, but I've got the endurance power. Also, people think that I'm like, I don't know if they think I'm short, but every time I
What?
meet someone in real life, every time they're like, "Oh my God, you're so tall." I had no idea. I was like,
I
"Oh,
think
do I give
maybe
off
because
short
they're
energy?"
short.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm like I post about being 5'11" online, but I am pretty tall. Um I just have a stout stature. I don't know what that means. I just give
What does
off
that
short
mean?
vibes. I have no idea. They look at me and they're like, that is not a tall body.
Stout stature.
Stout stature. I got the
Oh,
drone
you do have
going.
the camera.
And I filmed myself running and I was like, I was like, I'm gonna run so fast and like be so powerful. And I watched it back and I was like, oh, God. One clip
No.
was
Oh,
usable. I'm like limping.
that's how
like
I feel when I'm
galloping.
recording while I'm running. I have like my arm out and like
Yeah.
again, I'm going to complain about it when you have a short arm. I mean,
Right.
it's, you know,
Yeah.
my body
Proportional.
is like
Yeah.
it's somewhat proportional, but my
Right.
arm is like relatively short and I just can never get the right angle. And so when I film for like a minute or like 30, whatever seconds, I can
Yeah.
only get like a 2-second clip from it where I
Yeah.
don't look insane.
You gotta do
And
it.
it's always a bad clip. So now
You're
I'm
right.
embarrassed to admit that.
It helps with the long arms because I feel like you have to get it really high to get like the down angle, and then like that's what looks good. Because sometimes I'll film it from like a weird angle, and I'm like, oh. But
Yeah.
the
It's
hover
like
air, like
shocking a little bit.
it is, and then the hover air like kind of focuses on like the center of your body, and it's not super close. But I'm like, I wish it would just film from a little higher up because I think that
Can
middle
you
angle,
run
I'm like,
into
it's
it potentially?
okay.
Does it know
So
when you speed up?
it's crazy. This thing is crazy. I am first of all, someone was like, "You can't travel with that internationally," but I can because it's under the weight limit and it's not a real drone. I mean, it kind of is, but anyway. So you like press a button and then it like
I like how
looks
people
at
are so
you.
concerned about that. Okay,
I know,
yeah.
right? I'm like, guys,
It
relax.
looks at you and it's like, "Hey,
Yeah, it's got a
Carolyn." You're
little
like,
camera, and
"Okay,
then it's like
robot."
it recognizes you. I don't know based off of what, and then it like registers and it starts moving with you. So there's like a bunch of settings, but the follow is one of them, so it follows you. And that's like the best one on the bike because it's just like it can go up to 28 miles an hour. Isn't that crazy? So like I can go pretty fast on the
What?
bike and it just stays behind me. And then it's got something else called dolly track. And so dolly track is it comes around you and can film from the front. And Run Sabrina has the same camera, but she always gets these like sick clips from the front when she's running. And I was like, how did you do this? Because I had only tried it while riding. And so on dolly track mode on the bike, it goes, I should send you the it like
Yeah, send
whips
me the video.
around, it like zooms in and out super fast. Like I cannot figure out what to do. And then so I can get like a 1 second clip that looks really cool where it's like getting
Are
me
you
from the
scared
side of the
it's gonna
front.
hit you?
It almost did like 3 times. I brought it on Saturday and it would like come really close and it'd be like I'm like literally this clips of me going like
Shut up. Oh my God,
it's
I'm
like
so excited. Please
and
show
then
me
it
the
like loops
clips.
around and then it like comes too close, comes too far. And then I was using it the other day in Dolly Track. Granted, I live on a very like the street I live on is pretty narrow and there's a lot of trees. So there's not a lot of room for it to move and it like fucking just nailed a tree. It's fine. But I had to like go into the bushes and get it out. But like so then I used
It's
it
like
running and it's great. So I think if you're moving at like a slower speed, it just does its thing. But on the bike, it was like there's like 2 modes you can use really, but then on the run, all the modes work. But when I was running, it was just like
it's like I got you,
right there.
girl. On the
Yeah,
bike,
I was
it's
like, I
like,
got you.
Carolyn, I am just trying to
It
please
was
you. Get the right angles.
yeah, it was fucking terrifying. I should send you some
Mhm.
clips, but it's a great camera. Everyone's like asking me about it, and I'm like, it is. I've used it like, I mean, yes, it is. It is a sponsored content. Like they said, they did send it to me. Full disclosure, but it is a sick ass camera. It's so fun to use. I've used it like on
Can we
every
play
run.
with it when I'm in town next time?
Yes, you can get it as much foot, and the footage is so good. Like good, like quality. Like resolution, and I'm like, the possibilities, because I'm like, sometimes my friends will film me when I'm riding, but only certain friends. Like my friend Joey, he's like a 60-year-old man. I'm not going to make him like, hey, Joey, can you film me riding? Haley would. Shout out to
Joey
Haley.
would probably enjoy doing
Joey
that.
might be down. Yeah. Haley would be down, but she's like not here anymore. She's in Berkeley. So, and like I have no one to film me running ever.
Yeah.
Like Jordan, I'm not going to
I
Jordan
feel
be
that.
like, come out here and.
Oh my
like,
God.
whatever.
Dov was helping me with my brand deal, the one I was talking about last one, the kombucha
Yes.
thing. And he's like, got it, hands me the phone. I'm like, the video's not here. Like he literally went like clicked
He's just
record
like,
twice, and I was just like,
Oh
bro,
my God.
like come on. And then he
Just
just another
holding it
one,
up.
and it's like I'm like showing, like pulling the tap, getting the
Yeah.
I shouldn't complain, at least he's doing it. Like the
Right.
kombucha's coming out, and like he filmed it so like it's at the very top of the screen, and it's like the entire thing is just like
Yeah.
the bottom of the fridge. I'm like, is there a reason why you didn't like center what you're filming? He goes, I don't know. I just like thought like you would want it like that. I'm like, okay.
These men.
I told
Actually,
him I
will
would buy
say.
him shoes if he helped.
That's his payment.
But I'm like, step it the fuck up.
Jordan,
Step it up.
I will say I am pretty blessed because Jordan is like so artistic. So he is like a great Instagram husband with photos, even videos. But he gets like, if I make him reshoot or like do a bunch, he gets like annoyed, He's like, okay, like we got it. So I don't rely on him too much for that. But yeah, he's not bad. He'll get the good angles. We should
He's
make
really
him
good
do.
at photography. So that's
He
nice.
is. So next time you're in town, we'll do a photo shoot. You and me.
Again,
So
I'll be like,
cute.
Jordan, 20 more. He's gonna be like,
But he can't. It's you
no.
though, and not me. So he can't say
Oh.
no. He's too nice, and so he'll just be like, "Of course, yeah." And then, but if it's me, he'll be like, "Oh my God, we've taken
So
enough."
just tell me if you want me to say it. LOL.
Yeah, yeah.
Napa's being so dramatic. I put her toys away.
I can
Now
see
she's just
her-
laying.
Her
Yeah, you
tummy,
can see the
little turkey.
she's
Oh
like
my gosh.
looking like this, and like her eyes are open. She's just like,
Napa.
okay, I'm sorry. I had to film. We just
Napa, you need to
ran. We
chill.
just ran 7 miles. But I'm really scared because since I'm marathon training, she's marathon training basically. And
Oh yeah.
when I'm done with the marathon, she's gonna be like, "What's going on, bro? Let's go run." Like, why aren't we running for an entire hour today? Like, that's crazy. It's a Wednesday. Come on. And I'm like, yeah. So I don't
Sorry.
really know what to do about that.
Well, she'll help you PR your half marathon. She'll be
That's
part of
true.
that. You should.
She does
She
live a
should run
fartlek.
Boston. She should run Boston with you.
It'd be so nice. I can't, she's so bad around so many people. She just
Oh
is a
yeah.
guard dog. She's just like
Yeah.
looking everywhere. Did I
Yeah.
tell you we went to a brewery once and then she was just like she positioned herself, like turned at the door and just watched everyone walk
Oh my
in and out.
God.
And she's just like,
Creepy Napa.
I was like,
Oh my
girl,
God.
chill. Like,
Love
let
that,
us,
though.
we just want to be social. We just want to go out. And she just
She's a
like
protective
looks at everybody
queen.
like, come over
I'm
here
gonna
and I will
fucking
fucking kill you. Yeah.
Yeah, come
Like,
over here and see what
why?
happens. Aw.
Yeah.
But she's so cute.
Like, she has like no bite in her. She's just like scary. People in my building hate her.
Really?
Oh wait, last thing. This little girl,
Tell
I forget
me.
if I've said this. This
I don't
little
think
girl,
so.
she's so cute. Her and her dad were at the elevator, and like I walked outside, Napa saw them, was like, "Oh," and I was like, Napa, come on. She goes, Daddy. It's like, what? She goes, I just like I really like dogs, but I really like small dogs. I don't like big dogs. And I'm just like
Dang,
standing there like,
Napa.
oh.
You're like Napa attack.
And he's just like embarrassed. He's just like, "Oh, it's okay, honey. Like dogs." She's like, "Big dogs are really scary."
Oh my
And I'm
God.
just like, I never thought I would have an intimidating dog. I'm sorry. I've always wanted a dog where people could just come up and like
Right.
pet them. Like she's not a
Right.
golden retriever. She's not just going up to people being like,
Yeah.
she's going up to people, looking them straight in the eyes and going,
Yeah, it's a little
I'm just like,
different.
dude.
Okay, also that's funny because I feel bad. This guy down the hall, he's really nice, but he has a pug. No, yeah. Pug?
Buddy
Yeah.
has a pug. The
Oh
wording.
my God. The pug, like he'll just like let him go. So our hallway's enclosed, so like there's doors at
Yeah,
each
yeah,
end. So he'll just like open the door and let the pug like run down the hallway before he puts the leash on. And so there's been like multiple occasions where I'm like coming in at the same time and the pug's like, "Arr!" and then like bites my fucking feet and ankles. Like it just
Bite
bites
your
so
feet?
much. It bites.
No,
It's
he
like,
doesn't.
"Arr!" Like not
Okay,
like
that's
drawing
weird.
blood, but like yeah, like fully like has bit me and like jumped on me. And then like I'm so scared because I'm like,
No.
yeah, I mean not that he's attacking me, but like I'm scared because sometimes we open our door and our cats are like a little too
Jail.
curious about the outside, and I'm like, they never like that. They Cosmos escaped once, and then I think he was like, I don't want to go out there. Like he was just in the hallway. He wasn't like outside. But I'm like, well, what
He's
happened
like,
if
I
he was in the
seen it.
hallway and then like the pug came out and like attacked him? That probably wouldn't happen, but
I feel
you
like
just hear. I can
Cosmo could
hear.
take the pug.
Oh, Cosmo. I mean, he's a bad boy. He could kick some ass. That's true. He was a street cat back in his day, so
He was a street cat. Yeah, he's seen some things.
he's
No,
seen some shit.
that's like inappropriate. If I mean, Napa
Yeah,
will run, I don't know. She would
I
never
know.
like if there's a possibility of biting or like a possibility of
Yeah,
like doing something like that, like put the dog on the damn leash. But I'm definitely guilty of coming up the elevator and letting Napa run to our
yeah.
door.
That's what he
And
does.
usually
And
no one is in the
I know
hallway,
no
but
one's
there's been
ever
one time
right.
somebody did. I'm like, shit.
Like,
But she
sorry,
loves
look
it.
out. Yeah. I mean,
I'm
I'm
like,
sure the
"Ugh."
pug's the same way, but it's just like every time he's coming down the stairs and I'm like coming up and it's a narrow stairs and then I've got my bike and then I'm just like dealing with this pug like and I can hear it barking like all the way down the hallway in its own apartment and I'm like, can you shut up? No offense.
I know dogs are so annoying. I need a
Like,
house so badly because I'm just like my poor neighbors. They're always like, "Hi," and I'm just like, I just see them. I'm like, "Sorry," just like out of
yeah.
nowhere. Just like instead of being like, "How are you?" I'm just like, "I'm
Yeah.
so sorry."
They're like,
Just
good
walk
morning. And
by.
you're like, sorry. Like, even you don't
I'm
even have Napa
sorry.
with you. You're just like, I
Yeah, I'm
apologize.
just like, I just have to apologize and see you later. I try to
No,
hide
I
from
think
them.
it's fine.
Anyway,
It's fine. Anyway,
so
yeah.
what time? So you leave tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Flight's at 1:20, but I need to get to LAX. So I was trying to be there
Oh,
by like 11 to get there like 2 hours before, aiming to leave at 10.
wait, isn't it 3 hours before international?
Yeah, but is that like, how strict are they
At
with
what
that?
cost?
I
Yeah.
know.
No,
I
two
think if
hours is
I,
probably good.
I know, maybe I'll
It
try to
just
leave
depends
more
if you
like,
have to go through customs, you know?
do you do that on the way out though?
You do it.
Like you do that on the way
Well,
back
actually,
in?
do you land in the East Coast for a layover,
No.
you mentioned? Oh, then you definitely have to go through customs before. Oh,
Do you? Because when I flew to Africa, we went LAX to Dubai and we just checked in and then went to our gate.
honestly,
Go through
every single time
customs?
I've gone to Canada, it's been different. Maybe double check. But I don't know, it didn't work, it didn't happen for you last time, but like when I have a layover, stupidest layover in the world, from Montreal to Toronto to
Yeah.
LAX, I go through customs in Toronto at the layover. And I've actually
Oh,
almost missed a
weird.
flight because customs is so dumb and long. But when I
But
go
you
direct, I go through customs before going
weird.
to
So you
LAX.
don't have to do it when you get to LA, or do you have to do it again?
No, just once. But I
Oh,
sometimes it's I don't know, sometimes it
that's so
changes and I don't
weird.
understand why.
Yeah, the only times that I've flown like international, I just did customs like when I got to the country. So like when I got back to the US from Africa, I went through customs, but that was it. And then there was like
Mm.
extra security in Dubai, but that I think that was it. And then
Oh, I guess it
yeah.
depends where your passport's from, probably.
Oh yeah, maybe. Cuz yeah,
You know what I
usually I
mean?
think you
Because
just
I'm coming back to this. Well, actually, you still have to claim shit. I don't know how it works. I'm confused and
yeah,
it's
I've just
very
done
weird.
cut. Like I think I just do it when I get to the final destination. Because I go to from here to London. That's the first flight, and then my layover is in London, and then London to Mallorca. But I think even in London, I don't have to do anything. I think I just, I mean, I might have to
Wait,
go
did
through.
you decide if
Actually, I
you're
think
gonna
I do have
do
to go
something in
customs.
London? You might. You
No,
might.
my layover's short. On the way back, I've got the
Ah,
long. That's Barcelona, but I'm not gonna do anything. I'll just stay in the airport.
maybe people will be on the
That's
same
true.
flight as you.
I'll be. That's true. You're right. You're so
Maybe you're
right.
feeling spontaneous. No one knows.
Damn, maybe I
Can't
should. Now you
predict
got
the
me
future.
the future. Okay, so to get
You're like,
there
I don't have an
three.
outfit for it. No, I'm just kidding.
Right, I don't. Okay, so if I have to get there 3 hours before, then I'd have to get there at 10:20. And if I have to
I
run the
mean,
50-minute run and an
oof.
hour swimming, I'll get
Oh
myself.
my God,
I should have just swam today.
Carolyn.
My coach had me. He's like,
Can you swim later today?
no, because I had meetings all day, and then the pool at like 3. Is it 3? Oh, the
I'm
trash truck's
hungry.
here. It's loud. Yeah, they changed the pool at 3 for the swim team comes in. So I could go right now, but I still have like a bunch of work and packing to do. I mean, swimming is like not that
Training is
hard.
so hard. Like you just have to find really weird times to fit it
I
in.
know. So if
And if
I
you want to sleep, like when are you gonna do it at lunch? Like,
I know, and I
I
have to
don't
eat
know.
lunch. Okay, so if
And then you have
I
to eat.
do my run at like 6:30, I'll be done by 7:30. Can hop in the pool.
There you go.
Done at 8:30, home by 9, and that only gives me a little bit of time still. Man, I hate this.
What time
I
do you have to
should have.
wake up? 6?
I don't know. This is a lot of work. Can I even swim in the morning?
Do you feel bad for yourself or bad for your coach?
I think my coach wouldn't give a fuck. It's always just me. Like today, I was like, I texted him on yesterday and I was, and I was like, hey, like Wednesday's probably going to be a rest day because I'm like landing in Mallorca, but I'm sure I'll be tired. I was like, do you want me to do something on Monday instead of doing a rest day? And he's like, yeah, why don't you just swim? And then I woke up and I was like, I can't. I have too many meetings. Like,
Yeah,
is it
you
okay? And
regret
he's like,
that.
he just goes, what did he say? He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. He goes,
He's like, sure.
his response. Wait, what was his response? It was kind of funny. I said, I'm like panicking about not being able to. He goes, no problemo. That's what it was. He's like, okay.
It is kind of funny when you get a client that's like very like, okay, like what? Oh my God, I have to skip this run. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
not a big deal. And like
figure it out.
swimming
No
of
big-
all the things, I'm like, to miss a swim workout literally doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, hashtag
So,
fish life.
fish life. Maybe I could also
Fish
maybe
food.
swim in Mallorca because I land at like 1 and I have nothing to do all day. I'm like, maybe I'll just hit the ocean Wednesday. That'd be nice.
There you
Anyway,
go.
planning out my life for you guys.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
We'll
On that
post
note,
on stories, and I'm excited
of
to see
course.
your packing video.
Oh,
We'll rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 aesthetics. Just
it's
kidding.
like 2 aesthetics,
Love
10
that.
chaos.
Honestly, I'm a 1. So if I see a 2
Same.
aesthetic, I'm like, damn, that's
I know.
aspirational.
It is.
All right. I'm going to go get a snack. We'll see you guys next
Next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.